I'm really doing this right now. I am actually really doing this. This is terrifying. Hey, how you doing? I thought I'd talk about something fairly inoffensive for my camera debut, but then I scripted this instead. Also, the target audience for this video is very small. I'm gonna tell you something that should be obvious now. Do not make any attempts on the life of Donald Trump. Just don't do it. Don't blow up the tangerine tent. Don't burn down the orange orchard. Don't take a shot at whatever the fuck creature's been living on the president's head for the past 20 odd years that he doesn't seem to have noticed for some reason. Or maybe it's paying rent. I don't know. He's a hotel guy. That might be the situation we're in here. That might sound like a redundant thing to say because, you know, who would ever do something like that? But apparently it's necessary. Let's just go through the obvious reasons real quick. Why would you ever kill someone? No, seriously, murder isn't something that should come easily to you or anyone for that matter. This is a guy with friends and family and tens of millions of people who wanted him in office. Even if you're in favor of the death penalty, he ain't killed nobody. You probably won't even get to kill him because the Secret Service will kill you instead. Or maybe you do get to kill him and then you also die. Or maybe you don't get to kill him and you don't die, but you go to prison for just a long time. Now, none of these reasons might matter to you, because you might just be a bigot. I realize the futility of making a video addressed at people that'll never watch an opposing opinion, but this is my channel, I have 20 subscribers, I can do what I want. No, but seriously, what am I doing? I should be pandering to people. How the fuck am I gonna get ahead in this view economy if I do shit like this? Now, there's two types of bigots who might have a vested interest in seeing Donald Trump dead. On one side, you have radical leftists who think the most corrupt politician to ever walk the earth should have won the election because vagina. On the other side, you have insane Christian martyrs who see that a former Democrat who probably voted for evil Hillary at some point in his life and has sworn to protect LGBT people at the RNC is now the new God Emperor. You know, the type of people who voted Ted Cruz. If you're a crazy, brainwashed progressive who believes that genitals are the primary defining characteristic of personality of a human being, and also the primary characteristic that should be consulted when considering putting that person in political office, then know that Donald Trump is a beast of your own creation, both in your own mind and also in the media. His getting elected with insane rhetoric and legitimately racist statements was not only a backlash to your worrying habits of being moral busybodies, but also to your attempts to smear him personally. The media, mostly liberal but sometimes also conservative, picked up on everything he said that could possibly be construed as fitting in the category of something a cunt might say, all the while ignoring all the shit that Hillary did, most of which falls under the category things a cunt would actually do. You are responsible for allowing Trump to weave an underdog narrative around himself, and America loves underdogs. Also, by the way, if you thought Hillary was the underdog, because, you know, she wasn't. She was the establishment. And there's nothing you can say that'll make this fact untrue, because it's a fact. Get the fuck over it. But you also created a demonic eldritch vampire in your own mind. To you, a dude who said some dumb shit to grab some fringe voters, and probably because he's not particularly smart, is now the worst human being to ever exist. In the campfire horror story circle jerk, you told yourselves that Trump was gonna be the new Hitler. Oh yeah, he's gonna kill all the brown people, and he's gonna make it illegal for people with long hair to go into women's bathrooms, and he's gonna resurrect all the slave owners for his zombie army, and then he's gonna leave the seat up after taking a shit on his golden toilet. Donald Trump is not the Antichrist, and the fact that you believe he is, which is probably your main reasoning for wanting to kill him, is more an artifact of the echo chambers you've been airing your grievances to, instead of going out and talking to people outside your bubble than anything else. If you don't believe any of this, here's a much better reason not to kill Donald Trump. That guy look familiar to you? He's the vice president. He's fucking crazy. Global warming? Myth. Gay conversion therapy? He loves it in a gay way. Weed? Jail. All those trade deals that Trump has killed? Pence wants them in and around his mouth and face. This dude is a born-again Christian nutjob who's been working on building a theocracy in the US for decades. And he's in the pockets of a lot of very shifty sponsors. He's very well connected politically, and he can get shit done. And you don't want that! No more green energy, no more abortions, no more sex ed, no more healthcare, no more embryonic stem cell research. You want any of that? No, you don't want any of that. Trump may have said some crazy shit, but Pence has done some crazy shit, and he's really good at it. All the bad things you think Trump is gonna do, he's the only thing standing in the way between you and someone who will do much, much worse. Mike Pence is not like Donald Trump. He's intelligent, friendly, even honorable to an extent. Trump doesn't know what he believes, and the things he does believe are certainly a bit more to the left than Mike Pence. Pence, not Trump, has the makings of a president. Look at him. This is the type of dude you'd expect sitting in the White House, not the living caricature of a millionaire midlife crisis. And you, progressives, do not want that. You really don't. So don't kill Donald Trump. Also, if you do, there might be an escalation of violence with all the racial tensions and shit and the civil war and all that stuff, but you'll probably be dead at that point, so you probably don't care. Now to the other side of the argument. If you're an insane born-again conservative Christian who wants the separation of church and state in America to go the way of the dodo and establish a theocracy, here are the reasons you shouldn't be killing Donald Trump right now. For you, trying to kill Donald Trump is a bad idea because it's in the Ten Commandments say that killing is wrong. And actually, you don't really follow the Bible. What with all the shellfish and the fabric mixing and the. But it's fuck. Well, apparently, if you're an insane conservative Christian who wants to go to any length to see his agenda done, it's actually in your favor to kill Trump. It's almost like the people who have a vested interest in assassinating the Trumpster aren't the ones who are actually trying to kill him. Well, that's an odd conclusion to arrive at that I didn't expect and didn't want to arrive at, but that's where we are now, and here we go. But let's get back to the central message of this video. No matter how fucking indoctrinated you are, no matter how you think it's a necessary evil, no matter how much you think it's gonna make you a hero, do not try to kill Donald Trump. Unless you're a conservative Christian, in which case, that. Look, Donald Trump ain't gonna be as bad as you think. A year ago, the thought of a wig toad covered in Cheeto dust being the leader of the free world was a bit irritating to me. But it turns out he's already not being as terrible as everyone made him out to be at the time. Just ran out of fucking memory there because I was droning on for half an hour. I don't know. I'm new to this shit. Is the whole travel ban thing stupid and shit? Kinda, yeah. But it also doesn't qualify as a Muslim ban, and no amount of autistic screeching is gonna change that. Here's the math on you for that, right? Can a Christian from Syria enter the US? The answer is no. Can a Muslim from Saudi Arabia enter the US? The answer is yes. Now, I'm not a calculus genius, but I'm pretty sure that is not the definition of a Muslim ban. Also, the checks and balances of the US are already killing that shit, which, just a minor tidbit of trivia, that's not something that would happen if Donald Trump were a dictator. I'm just saying, that's the thing you should maybe think about that. Climate change, different issue. He's done a lot of terrible shit there already, but you really think Big Mac Clinton with cheese would have done anything different? Hillary, I'm in the pocket of every massive corporation, and I love fracking and tree rape, Clinton? You think that she would have wreaked less havoc on the environment in a fucking period? Besides, Elon Musk, the patron saint of solar power and Mars colonies and making poor decisions in your love life, has already said that we might be positively surprised by Trump's energy policy after getting an advisory position on him. So, he might be the voice of reason in that crazy White House, which... The White House right now would make a fucking great dystopian sitcom. But there's not gonna be any internment camps, there's not gonna be a real ban on Muslims because how the fuck would you even do that? There's not gonna even be a wall probably, even though it would have been fucking hilarious to see Latino workers erect that monstrosity that would have done nothing but cost a lot of money. But hey, stimulate that economy. He's just gonna be George Bush 2.0. Will it be shit? Yes. Will the guy sitting at the helm of the US be a complete moron? Probably. But always remember, it could have been worse. Just a little bit worse, but it could have been worse. And yes, Trump being friendly with Putin is a good thing. You might be aching for a nice tan, but nuclear weapons tend to overshoot that goal by a little bit. You live in California, just go outside. But the best thing that might result from a Trump presidency is that both the Democratic and Republican parties might finally fucking die. Wouldn't that be hilarious if the Donald was remembered as the president who inadvertently turned the US into a democracy again? How about that? Thank you for watching this shit. I realize I have the thing here. I saw that the other moment. I'm new to this. Leave the feedback of feed us backers in the commenters. I ain't rich, so I can't buy a new camera. So shut the fuck up about that. Don't even start. Maybe take mercy on me and subscribe, please. Yeah, just do it. But seriously, leave feedback. I need that shit. It's like heroin. It's not heroin. It's more like meth, really. Because it destroys me inside very quickly.